Hey guys, how's it going? It's Jack Newell here, back with another video, and today we have week number 17, so it's week 17 NFL predictions, of course. 141 and 105 on the year. That's a good stat line to have, I guess. Yeah, so everyone's playing no Thursday, that's why I didn't upload yesterday. Yeah, still Monday night, still Sunday night, but the rest are just Sunday afternoon and 4 o'clock, but 4 or 5 o'clock. But it's still on Sunday, depending on where you are, of course. All right, so let's get into it. Our first matchup is the Giants and the Bears. Now, the Giants struggling. Lost to the Eagles last week 31-10. They sucked in that one. And the Bears beat the Seahawks because of a 2-point conversion. That was a crazy game, actually, in the snow and everything. So that's what we got for our first matchup. Give me the Bears taking down the Giants. Bears win 23-20. All right, now we got the Jaguars and the Patriots. Now, Patriots obviously coming off that loss versus the Bills last week, and the Jaguars losing to the Jets. Can't get much worse than losing to the Jets this season. But right now, that's what has happened, and I think this was going to be an easy win for the Patriots. Let's get this one done. Patriots win 31-17. All right, now we got the Rams and the Ravens. Now, Lamar Jackson didn't practice yesterday, so that was Thursday. He'll have to have a limited/full practice today to get the start, I believe. I think that's how they'll do it. Tyler Huntley got activated off the COVID list, so he will be the active starter if Lamar can't go. He showed that he can be solid in that Packers game when he had 4 total touchdowns, 2 rushing, 2 passing. And look for Mark Andrews to get involved again if that's the case. With a backup quarterback, the tight end normally gets involved. Yeah, so let's see if they can go for 2 this time and win. And the Rams already pretty much in the playoffs, just need this one win, trying to actually knock out the Ravens or make the Ravens a hard chance to get in to the playoffs. Only have 2 weeks left. Let me say the Ravens get a successful 2-point conversion at the end of the game, and the Ravens win 34-33. Now we have the Buccaneers and the Jets. Now the Bucs, obviously much better than the Jets, are going to be without Chris Godwin, Leonard Fournette, and maybe Mike Evans, but he was back to practice yesterday with a hamstring, and he had COVID. I think he obviously doesn't have COVID anymore if he's practicing, but yeah, that hamstring injury is a big one. He still needs 101 receiving yards to get his 1,000-yard mark. Still 2 weeks left. I think he'll do it if he plays in the 2 weeks. I don't know if he'll be on a limited snap count. He probably will because it's the Jets. Look for Ronald Jones to run all over the Jets, and the Jets lose. Bucs win 34-13. And a big dub by the Jets last week, too, beating the Jaguars. That was an exciting one. All right, now we have the Falcons and the Bills. Now, Bills obviously back in first in their division after that win versus the Patriots, and the Falcons took down the Lions last week, so maybe a little hope there for them. Obviously, pretty much out of the playoffs. I think they already are mathematically eliminated. And actually, I don't know. Say that good start, but we'll see. I think the Bills, this is an easy one for the Bills. Josh Allen has looked insane. Yeah, so I think the Bills are going to take down the Falcons, and the Bills win 34-17. All right, now we have the Chiefs and the Bengals. Now this one's going to be a high-scoring, crazy affair. We got Joe Burrow, who threw for 500 yards last week, versus the Chiefs and Patrick Mahomes, who has looked solid. Now, Travis Kelce will be back after he has been activated off the COVID list, and Tyreek Hill is back. He did play last week, only played a little bit of the snaps though because he was still feeling the effects, but was testing negative. So he did play, but he didn't get much looks in the game. So This one could go either way, in my opinion. Ravens hoping the Chiefs win to keep their division a chance if they get a win. Give me the Chiefs taking down the Bengals. Chiefs win 41-35. I hope that game's going to be super high scoring, and I hope that's going to be an exciting game. All right, now we have the Dolphins and the Titans. Now the Dolphins on that 8-game winning streak started off 1-7, losing 7 in a row, and now winning 7 in a row. First team in NFL history to do this in the same season. They got themselves a playoff spot now. Now, do I think they're going to make it? They have a shot, but it's leaning towards, I'm going to say no. It's too tough right now. You have the Titans coming up, and I think you still play the Patriots next week, but I'm not sure. I don't know if that one's true or not. So yeah, the Titans without Derrick Henry, of course. He's been out since week 6, maybe week 8. It's been a struggle for them in the run game, and when Ryan Tannehill looks good, this team is solid. And A.J. Brown had a terrific game last week versus the 49ers, as they would take them down on Thursday. Give me the Titans ending that Dolphins 7-game win streak. Titans win 27-24. Then we have the Raiders and the Colts. Now, Colts, Jonathan Taylor, every time he rushes over 100 yards, these Colts win. And the Raiders did come off of a win last week versus the Broncos, I believe it was. Yeah, I think this one's kind of an easy win for the Colts, and the Colts win 30-20. Now we have the Eagles and Washington, the Washington football team. So Eagles coming off that huge dub versus the Giants last week, and the Washington football team defense struggled horribly versus the Cowboys, and that offense struggled as they give up 56 points, and they'd only put up 14 of them, 14 points. So they lost 56-14. Now, this team, I thought they were going to be at least decent this season. They are turning out to be not. They're turning out to be frauds. That defense has looked horrible last week, and even players getting into fights. Jonathan Allen and I forget who the other guy was. College teammates and everything still fighting on the sideline. So I think this one's going to be an Eagles win, and the Eagles win 30-20 as well. Now we have the Broncos and the Chargers. Now the Broncos gave a good run of the Chargers last time they played them. I think they beat them last time, actually. And obviously the Chargers coming off of that loss versus the Texans, that hurts them. The Broncos are also coming off a loss versus the Raiders. Now, again, Broncos had the upper hand, but Drew Lock is starting quarterback this week against the Chargers. So maybe somewhat of an easy W for the Chargers if Drew Lock doesn't look good. Austin Eckler back off of COVID. Thank you, Justin Jackson, in fantasy, by the way. 30 points, solid. Love you. Thank you for getting me to the championship round. All right. Yeah, so I'm going to pick the Chargers taking down the Broncos. Chargers win 10, 34-24. Now we have the Texans and the 49ers. 49ers coming off a loss versus the Titans. Texans coming off a win versus the Chargers in a shocker. I did not expect that. Eli Mitchell limited in practice. Let's see if he'll get the go versus the Texans, or will it be Jeff Wilson Jr.? And Davis Mills has not looked bad at all versus the Chargers, so let's see if he can continue that. I'm going to say no, they don't continue that. 49ers win by 20. 49ers win 41-21. Then we have the Lions and the Seahawks. And the Seahawks coming off that loss versus the Bears last week. They haven't looked good this season. And the Lions obviously coming off the loss, only one win still on the season, I think. Yes. No, sorry, 2 wins on the season. 2 wins. I'm just going to get this one done. Seahawks win by 3. Seahawks win 23-20. All right, now we got 4 matchups left. We have the Cardinals and the Cowboys up next. Now, Cardinals. James Conner, 2 did not practice this week. Let's see if he at least gets a limited today and will get the go. But if not, it will be Chase Edmonds riding that backfield, and I like Chase Edmonds this week. Again, I'm liking Kyler Murray as well this week. Dak Prescott this week. Like, this game is going to be a great game. both teams are hot, other than the Cardinals. Actually, did the Cardinals win last week? I forgot to check. The Cardinals lost to the Colts last week, so the Cardinals looking for some revenge. Christian Kirk, sort of their number one receiver. Let's see if they can get it done. I say Cardinals get back on track. They take down the Cowboys. Cardinals win 34-30. Now we have the Panthers and the Saints. Now Panthers, my mic keeps going down a bit more, sorry. Panthers, Sam Darnold will get the start this week. See how he does coming off of his injury. He played a few snaps last week in relief of Cam Newton. I think he didn't do bad, so maybe that continues, maybe it doesn't. And the Saints, with Ian Book, struggled horribly on Monday night versus the Dolphins. I hated how that was a Monday night game, but it was a boring Monday night game of that, as the Dolphins defense would destroy them. Taysom Hill is back for the Saints coming off of COVID. This one could go either way, really, in my opinion. If the Panthers offense can get going, the Panthers offense will beat the Saints offense. I'm going to take the Panthers, taking down the Saints. Panthers win 27-23. Alright, now we got our Sunday Night Football matchup, which is the Vikings and the Packers. Now, Packers, Aaron Rodgers, I think they've already clinched, obviously. They have been terrific this season, beating the Browns last week. And the Vikings. What did the Vikings do last week? I don't remember even looking at the Vikings last week. The Vikings would lose to the Rams. Now, the Vikings pretty much out of this if they lose to the Packers, and I say the Packers will take them down. Packers win 34-27. Alright, now our Monday Night Football matchup, which is the Browns and the Steelers. Now, Browns losing last week, still struggling to get in the playoffs, and same with the Steelers, still struggling to get in the playoffs. Both these teams have a legitimate chance to get in, but it's going to be tough. This could be Big Ben's last game at Heinz Field, he was saying to reporters, so he could be done at the end of the season retiring. And now the Browns have to make a big decision on Baker Mayfield if they don't make the playoffs. Oh, even if they do make the playoffs, they still have to make a big decision on him. Give me the Steelers on Ben's potentially his last game at home. Give me the Steelers taking down the Browns. Steelers win 27-24. Alright, thank you guys so much for watching. Just before I end this, we lost a legend in the football world. John Madden passed away. Rest in peace to Madden. Great head coach for the Raiders. Great announcer, and even on the video game, Madden, of course. So rest in peace to John Madden. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please like and subscribe for more. If you want to see more, obviously hit that subscribe button. I'll see you guys in the next time. Peace.